Bam. All right. Today is March 1st. Woohoo! Almost through our first quarter of the year. That's a little insane, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So, I have the handy dandy announcements for this week, and I have the packages that are on sale for this month. So, I wanted to make sure that I let everybody know the announcements for this week. Mondays are our big national wake-up calls. Those are for all Beachbody coaches on the Beachbody team. And those are at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Beachbody headquarters is in California. So everything you have to kind of do the math yourself and know what time it is for you. But it's at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for all of us that are on this side of the world. And that phone number is 832-225-5055. And it asks for an ID code, and that's 90405. Now, I guess they have an overflow line as well, in which last Monday, Anthony and I could not get on either line. It was so packed. So we did not get to listen to it live. So that line, I do not know. Tisha posted it, and I couldn't find it, but I have never, ever used that line before in the whole year that I've been coaching. So that was a first for me. But anyway, then Monday night is the big Dare to Dream phone call. And that's on usually TalkShoe. It's usually on the computer. I log in from the computer. Jessica Nelson posts the website, or the link, to the call that they do. But if you want to call in because that's easier for you, I have that. That call is at 9 p.m. And that phone number is 724-444-7444. And the ID for that one is 123040. And then, as far as right now, we have no Dare to Dream call tomorrow night because the Surge is going on. They do the Surge quarterly, I believe. I feel like I was just on the last Surge, but they do it, I believe, quarterly. And it's for a 2-hour block period now, which is amazing because last year they did it for an all-day thing, and I could not sit through the whole thing. So I had to pick and choose times that I could watch it. But anyway, this time it's from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that's 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock Eastern Time for us. They haven't posted the link for that yet, and it takes you basically to YouTube. Last time, there was a lot of skipping or buffering going on. So just be patient with it. If it does that again, they are assuring everyone that they have fixed that problem and there won't be the buffering going on. But there is 260,000 coaches for Beachbody. And if we're all trying to get on YouTube at the same time to watch that, then I can see how it can get crazy. If my internet slows, I don't know what it's doing. So I will do my best. Now, the packages for this month, Brian put it out there. T25 is going to be on sale for $180. It's regularly $205. Turbo Fire is going to be on sale for $140, which is regularly $180. That's a huge savings right there. Then the On Demand is coming with Shakeology, which is fantastic. And that is for $140. The 3-day refresh is coming with Shakeology also, and that's $140. Now, tomorrow, I believe until midnight, I don't know if it's California time or our time, to be honest with you, but they will be keeping the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme still on sale for $140, but only until tomorrow evening, and that's it. Then guess what comes up this month? We have open house, and the dates for that are March 11th through March 13th. No, I don't.
Did you even look?
Shh. Thank you. Here's my son interrupting the call. Say hi. Go find it yourself. Shh. Shut the door. Thank you. So open house March 11th through the 13th. There is no limit to how many people you can get in there. So if you have struggles getting 2 people in there, just shoot for 2. If you have trouble getting 4, keep your goal at 4, because the more that you try and the more you put yourself out there, the more you're going to fill it. Last month, I had 11 people in there, and that was the first time I have ever had 11 people in there. So you're just planting seeds. That's all you're doing. So anybody in the prior that you have already spoke to about Beachbody that was kind of a little unsure about what they wanted to do, re-hit them up and say, hey, we have this cool insider deal going on right now about the open house, and there's no commitments. It is free. All you have to do is check in on Facebook at your own leisure, and it goes for 3 days, and you have a chance to win a prize. That is usually the gist of everything that I say, and it just gives, they have to make sure that they have watched the webinar, though. They have to see the webinar before they go in to the open house. So that is vital for that one right there. And that's all that I have for the announcements right now. There's I have, what I wanted to talk about tonight was just to reiterate the 3 vital behaviors that Anthony and I have really been, I don't want to say meditating, but really, really thinking on why these are so vital. They call it vital for a reason, but we wanted to see in our hearts why they're so vital, if that makes sense. You have to have your personal discovery on why something is important to you, and that's what we're trying to do. So in the beginning, they give out, I printed a bunch of stuff when I first became a coach, okay? So I don't know if you can see this, but it's in the back online office, and I printed it out. And it was just basically in the news and training, which I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But it was the 3 vital behaviors scrunched up so you could see what they were. And I printed them out. So the first vital behavior, everyone should know this already, is invite, invite, invite. Now, they say it repeatedly, and I am a firm believer when God has spoken in the Bible that if he says it over and over and over again, that there's a reason for it. And you need to grasp why he's repeating himself. So they repeat these 3 vital behaviors all the time. And in this first vital behavior, they say invite 3 times. Invite, invite, invite. So they're trying to ingrain it in your head. It says, build trusting relationships to help more people. Invite until you have 2 people each week joining your next challenge group. That also applies to your business. Putting yourself out there and inviting at least 2 people to your business. This is not a week. This is a day. You are trying to do this daily. Okay? This is also not your personal attempts on your page. These are personal conversations with people, inviting them to your business and inviting them to your connection or your challenge group, for the conversations that you're having. If you're building relationships, these are personal things. These are not out blasting and, hey, come and see what I'm doing. This is my Beachbody business. That's not what they're talking about. Make each conversation with these people count. You heard the phrase forming. You can do that. There's an extent that forming can take too long. And sometimes you look for cues. I look for cues now on how to incorporate Beachbody Conversation. Not to badger them, but so they have it out there that that's what I do. I have spoken to like 3 people this week that didn't even know I was a Beachbody coach. And as much as Anthony and I post on our page, I don't know how they missed that. So it was kind of crazy. But if you make those conversations count, they feel special. They feel appreciated, and they feel welcoming to your groups, to your business, and want to know more about you. This also applies to 2 new contacts a day. So if you have 2 new contacts a day going on for 7 days, you have 14 new contacts in a week. They are seeing your page, and they are seeing what you're doing, and they are more apt to ask you what you're doing and why you're doing it. So in that, I prefer to have at least 4 posts a day. You range from 3 to 5 a day, but I picked 4. That's right smack dab in the middle. And I know I've spoke about this before, but these are the 4 or 5 different things that you can do. You can choose what works best for you, but these are what I do. I try to have a motivational post sometime throughout my day. I try to have a real life post about my day. I also try to have my shake and my workout post. Then I also try to have something that stood out to me. And I try to correlate it, twist it up in making it about my business, but not blaring out there that it's my business, if that makes sense. So you just like you have your cues with your kids, when they're crying, they're either hungry or they need a diaper changed or they need to go potty or they're tired or whatever it may be. Those cues, like you have with your kids, you're looking for those cues in conversations with people and also in your own writing on how to make it out, get it out there, basically. Doing those posts a day will help your face get out there on those people's pages in their news feeds. It will also encourage you to go and look at their pages because their things are going to be coming through your news feeds. So I always try to make sure that when there's people liking my posts, that I go to their pages and I look at their stuff and like or comment on their stuff. I'm sure you all know that, but some people we just miss, especially, as you're growing, and if you are adding 14 people a week or more, you lose track of how many people you're actually getting to see on your page, and you want to make yourself known through them, so you want to go to their pages. If you start liking and commenting their stuff, you will be put in their news feeds. That's basically how Facebook is working. Now, I wanted to talk about as far as if you're getting 2 new contacts, and we're talking about friend requests right now. You need to be careful because Facebook has a jail sentence for you. If you are trying to friend request too many people and they have no mutual friends with you, it's a red flag in the Facebook world. So you do not want to just be friend requesting Joe Schmo or John Doe or whoever it may be over there. You want to be able to have a mutual friend because you're less likely to get into jail. Basically, that's what it is. So, Anthony and I are constantly going through people's mutual friends, basically. They also have it on the sidebar in Facebook and stuff like that. That is how sometimes we get our friend requests. But another way that we do it is in those mommy groups or those like the boxer groups that we're in or whatever it may be. If you're in a knitting group or if you're in a mommy and me or a mops or something like that, and you strike up conversations with people, if I have someone interacting with me on a post like that in one of those groups more like 2 to 3 times back and forth, I'm either friend requesting her or telling her to friend request me and find me. And that is how you get new people. Then if you notice that if your friends list is growing, then so will your business eventually grow because that's more eyes that are seeing what you're doing. Okay. Next, number 2, vital behavior, be a product of the product. You can't promote something that you're not doing yourself. So if there is a recipe that you are just not liking in your Shakeology, switch it. No one is telling you to stay on that recipe. You can even go on Pinterest. You can go on Google. You could go on teambeachbody.com, and you can find dozens and dozens of recipes for the Shakeology to find one that suits you. Okay? So you can't say you're doing it but really not doing it. That has a conscience level that needs to go there. But if you're drinking your shake daily and you're working out consistently, then you are officially being a product of the product. And all they want you to do is share it. So that's, like I said, that was one of your posts, one of your 4 or 5 posts, whatever you choose to do. I like to take a picture of my Shakeology cup in the car because it is mobile. It can go with me wherever I'm going. It doesn't have to be just at home in a cup. Like, I can take it with me. Also, if you are going on vacation and there is nothing stopping you from doing your workout. If you have a DVD player, now they have on demand. So anybody Emerald or higher is paying for their club membership, you have on demand access. So you can even use it on your phone or your iPad. Then also you have your computer. You can bring your DVDs with you. Like, there's no excuse not to be doing it on vacation. Like Anthony and I, we have gone on 2 vacations so far and we have done it. It takes a little rearranging, of course, and being flexible, but you can still be a product of the product on vacation. All of this works out for your own good. So being a product of the product balances out our bodies by staying consistent and drinking our Shakeology. It keeps us healthy. I don't know if you've noticed, but it helps me not get sick. So I haven't been sick. I may have had a runny nose, or I can feel my body trying to fight something off, but it hasn't come to be anything because the Shakeology is working for you. It lets you be an inspiration to others that the products that you're using are working and in fact can help other people, and they're not just some stupid scam out there and some diet thing that is a fad right now. Like, these products have been going on for I don't know how many years. I think at least 7-10 years, I think. And it's just fine. You can do it yourself. And that's why they strive the vital of be a product of the product. The third one, personal development. So I have just a couple little notes on the personal development side. Reading at least 10 minutes or 10 pages a day is crucial. And if you notice, that's 10 minutes a day or 10 pages a day, that's a minute a page. 10 minutes, if you read fast, can get you farther. Whether it's, I'm talking about a book, but there are other ways that you can get your personal development in. But it helps you create a routine. If you're creating a routine in inviting, and you're creating a routine with your workout and your Shakeology, then why not have a routine with your personal development also? So it also builds our confidence. I know that when I started making the personal development a mandatory thing for my house, mandatory thing for me, then it did something to my confidence in the conversations I had with people. I'm still learning the one where I'm going out and I can just bring up Beachbody like it's nobody's business and just talk, whatever to everybody. Anthony's a lot easier and better at that than I am, but we're all a work in progress. But as far as the computer and on the phone or people I already know, no problem. I can totally talk to you about it till I'm blue in the face. It gives you the trust factor in what you're doing and believing in yourself that you can do it. There's books that give you like an outline of conversations, or there's books that are just telling you ways of your thinking can change. There's books out there that teach you about, marketing. There's so many books out there, and they all have such valuable information. It's just whatever strikes your interest will get you there. It helps change the way you think, feel, and even the way you will start posting. You will start thinking about who you're trying to reach instead of just writing a bunch of words on your page. You can read it. As far as your personal development, there's different ways that you can do it. Read it, listen to it, or watch it. You can find it, of course, on YouTube. You can find it on your online office. And I didn't know if you guys knew where that was. So I was going to share that with you. Let me close my conversations. But I'm going to share my screen with you. And I'm going to show you where the stuff is for. Can you see my screen? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to go, like, I have logged into my online office. Let me go to my home page. Okay, this isn't it. Of course, it wants to be retarded. But so I'm going to go to my Coach online office. And anytime now. Okay. You're going to go over to the news and training. You're going to go to the training. And then it comes up with all the training for you. But what it does is it breaks it down right here. If you're a fresh coach, you have just signed up, and you want to know where to begin, getting started is a very valuable place to be. You're a coach, you have all of this stuff. It will give you things that you should be doing and helpful activities, but then it also breaks down what you should know and also what it requires to keep growing, okay? They always suggest you getting Success Club 5 every month, because then you know that you're doing something, okay? You're working, you're trying, you're doing it. Then if you go to your next one and you go to Emerald, it's going to show you what you should do to be an Emerald or continue growing as an Emerald, okay? And everything over here, if you click on Learn How, recruiting and supporting your customers, new coaches, and there's videos. I don't know how many hours I spent as a new coach learning this stuff because I didn't know what I was doing, and Tisha can't tell me everything, so I had to sit there and investigate it myself. And then it has what they're calling now is the ladder benchmark stuff, and these are new, okay? So this wasn't here before. But this is your suggested growth pattern for an Emerald, okay? At least 250 in a month of commissions. Yes, you're getting Success Club 5. You've already hit your Emerald. You are having your 2 coaches, and you want them to have points as well, because that means they're growing, okay? Then so on and so forth. You have Diamond and 1-star Diamond and so forth, and keep it going because that's where you're growing. That's the whole point. I told Tisha this the other day. I said, okay, I'm almost to Diamond. What do I do after that? Like, my goal has been to get to Diamond, but now what do I do? And so she had to sit down and she had to talk to me and instruct me on what to do. So that's why personal development can be so drastic, okay, and needing and all of the vital behaviors, to be honest with you. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen because you need to go investigate that yourself. But there's tons of stuff on there. You can spend hours on there. I don't have hours, but I do have at least 30 minutes a day in the morning and in the evening that I can do that on top of any other stuff that there is. Then, did everyone see my bubble sheet that I posted in the group? Did you guys look at it? Hold on. Did you guys look at it?
I saw Anthony posted a bubble sheet, but it was kind of dark.
There was an actual, like I posted one that you could print out yourself. That's basically the same thing. What he was showing you was, hold on, sorry. The first part from this line up, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. See that little tiny line? And up, that was my first year of, like, up until January doing this, okay? And I don't know. It's not that I didn't have my heart in it, but I don't think I kept track very well of everything, and I don't think I pushed it as hard as I did. Woo-hoo. Hold on. Gotta mute you guys. That scared me. But the bottom portion and then the back is just January and February. And that's just challenging yourself to do one webinar a day, okay? So I am not saying that you have to do this at all, but what I'm saying is that it has worked for me, okay? It has helped me follow up with my people that I have had watch the webinar for open house time. But I create an event on Facebook, but I don't do them every month. I will only do them about quarterly because I don't want to scare anybody off or anything like that. I don't want to be that person that is like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr, you have to join me." No, I don't want to be that. I want them to watch what I do and see how it works. And Anthony is learning all of that too and joining in. And it's exciting to see, like, the switch, if that makes sense. Like, Marissa, you've seen the switch in yourself, you know what I mean? And Gina, you've seen the switch because you want more. You said it yourself. You want to get to the next level. Well, it's there. It's really, now what are you going to do about it, kind of thing. And that's what I kind of had to, like, Anthony kind of had to shake me at some point and was like, we're not just paying for Shakeology. You are doing this. If you are going to do this, then you need to do it well and you need to do it now. And I'm like, grr! But I heard it, I accepted it, and I looked at myself and was like, where are my errors? Where do I need to bump up my game, and what do I need to do? And now I'm doing it. And Tisha's challenging me too because I told her I wanted diamond by a certain time, and she said, prove it. And I was like, oh, okay. So we're on a goal. So I hope that all that information was valuable. I know it's like something that everybody says and everybody tells you you need to do it, but I think I had to reach a certain point in my own coaching where I knew that these are what I had to do in order to get to the next level, if that makes total sense. Because I sat there, and the hardest part for me was the personal development, because it took more effort on my part than it did anybody else's. Nobody was going to do it for me. I was okay at watching the videos and stuff like that, but reading wasn't really my forte. So I was like, I could just watch a video and be okay. But I felt like I was cheating the system after a while. And so I got my books out and I started doing my books. And I actually found that I liked it, which is crazy because I hated reading all through high school. So that is it. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to stop the recording. Thanks for tuning in.